Hi everyone, I'm James Dixon, the Managing Director of Down Under Tours. I'm also the GM of AAT Kings Day Tours and Short Breaks, and I'm also a board member of Tourism Events Queensland. I've been asked today if I could just touch briefly on COVID-19 and the impacts and what it looks like on the other side from an operator's perspective. I know our business has been shut down like all of yours. We've had to virtually lay off our entire staff. And we haven't turned a wheel. I can drive around Cairns or look around Cairns and I see every other operator in this town in exactly the same boat. And I can say it is heart-wrenching. So I would just like to say to all of you from a TEQ perspective, we do feel your pain and we are in this with you. It is a difficult time, and it's a time that our industry has never ever seen before. And I suppose one of the things that I know we are looking at and trying to work through is what does it look like on the other side? And social distancing and tourism don't really go hand in hand. And I think there's some of the things and the scenarios that we're working through, not only as an operator, but we're discussing with TEQ on what are the expectations of not only us as operators, but also the consumer themselves. From our perspective as a coach operator here in North Queensland, the scenarios we're looking at is, does a 53-seater become a 25-seater? Does our 28-seat vehicles now become 14? And for those small group operators out there, if you're only carrying 12, does that now mean 6? All of these scenarios will have an impact on our business. There is no question about that. The fact is that we all have a break even, and if we're going to halve the number of passengers we're carrying, well, our yield is going to be lost. And we all know the challenge that we're coming out of this, putting a business into hibernation, the cost of that alone and trying to get through the 6 month is huge, and the deferral of all our loans is still going to come back in 2021. So yield is something that we absolutely have to address. Profitability is a necessity. So I think there are some real challenges for us in working through this over the next little while. Thinking about trade and distribution, I think that is something that is also going to change. Well, it has already changed. And I think as operators, there is an opportunity for us right now to look at the way our distribution works. Credit is something that I know we're all struggling to get payment from our creditors. You can't get on an aircraft without prepaying for that seat. So why should our industry be any different? Why as operators do we have to wait the 45 or sometimes 60 to get our payment? I think these are questions that we can ask, and they're good conversations to have with our distribution partners. I think that is a given for all of us. I think on the other side as well, one of the challenges, or not challenges, one of the real opportunities that we have, I should say, is that we know the domestic market will be the first to come back for us. Close to 10 million Australians travelled offshore last year. So if we're keeping our borders closed, even though the incomes may not be there and the average spend may not be up, you can be guaranteed there are people out there that will still want a holiday. And Queensland is incredibly well poised to take advantage of that. Our wildlife, our nature, and of course the incredible operators that we have in this state that deliver amazing product is something that we can really capture and work on. And from the Tourism and Events Queensland perspective, please feel free to reach out. The guys, Leanne and the whole team have been doing an amazing job in getting ready for the other side of COVID-19. I know Michael, from a marketing perspective, is ready to push the go button on some fantastic campaigns that's going to help capture that domestic market and drive the share to Queensland. So please feel free to reach out to the team, regardless of what it is that you have. In saying that, if I can just wish you all the best, we really do look forward to seeing each and every one of you on the other side of COVID-19, and most importantly, stay safe. Cheers.